Okay, let's go and open the book to page 226. Today's lesson is also on the mixture problem. The previous lesson, you mixing the solid object. Okay, so you have like pounds, ounces, or dollars, right? Today's mixture problem is on liquid. Okay, so you're going to deal with percents. So the table that you're going to have would be very similar to previous one. So make a rectangle. Again, you're going to cut in half, and you're going to cut in half again, cut in half again. You're going to cut in half, cut in half, cut in half. So you're going to get 4 by 4, right? Again, when you have a mixture problem, so this is a mixture of the liquid. Okay, before we learned about mixture of solids. So now it's liquid. So for liquid, again, you're going to have the first item, you're going to have the second item, and you're going to have the mix. Okay, over here, remember for the solid, you have CAT, right? So now for the liquid, you're going to have SAT. The S stands for strength. Okay? And that would be the percent. Okay? A is amount. And T would be the total or the subtotal of that item. So that's the table that you need to have. So let's go over example. Let's go to example 4. So in example 4, again, let's read through the problem. It says how many liters of a 20% alcohol solution must be added to 3 liters of a 90% alcohol solution to make an 80% solution. So when you read through, you should recognize that this is a mixture problem of liquids, right? Solution is liquid. So go ahead and make a table. And again, this is going to have an SAT. Now you have to write down what are you mixing. So you're mixing 20%, so you got 20% solution must be added to 90% solution to get 80% solution. So you're mixing the 20% with the 90% to get 80%. Again, notice the middle number must be always in the back. So the percent, the liquid, when you mixture of the liquid is easy, okay, because you know that the middle number always in the back, always, no exception, right? Okay, so the strength, okay, 20% solution, the strength would be 20, right? 20%, the strength is 20. 90% solution, the strength would be 90. The 80% solution, the strength would be 80. Okay, so that's obvious. So that's why I say the liquid is actually easier to do. Okay, now let's go back and read the amount. It says how many liters, so you don't know, so that's your X, right? That's what you're looking for. How many liters of 20% must be added to 3 liters of 90% to get 80% solution. Okay, so that's all the information you have. So when you mix these two together, you have to add. So you're going to get X plus 3, right? So again, when you mix, you're adding it together. So you add these two together to get that. And you multiply down. So 20%, and you have this amount. So the alcohol inside would be 20X. This would be 270. And this one would be 80X plus, I don't have enough space. So let's go and give a little bit space. It's okay to have it, to change a little bit. That's okay. So you can go ahead and make a box bigger. That's okay. So it'll be 240. Okay? Now, you have only one variable, so all you need is one equation. So all you need is this equation over here. So you got 20x plus 270 equal to 80x plus 240. Right? See how nice the equation is? Right? You're adding these two together to get the mix. Right? So now all you have to do is solve. So minus 20x minus 20x to cancel out, minus 240 to cancel out. So you're going to get 30 equal to 60x divided by 60. So x will equal to, you can use decimal or fraction, it doesn't matter. So if you divide, you get 0.5, and the label would be liters. So remember your label, right? And so that's it. Okay. So let's go and go over more examples. So let's go to example 5. Okay, so again, let's go and read. So how much water should be added to 10% solution of alcohol to obtain 20 milliliters of 8% solution? And how much of the 10% solution be used? So this is a mixture, right? Again, water adding to solution. So you're adding two things together. So go ahead and make a table. Now I know that I need a lot of space in the back, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger over here. Okay, so again, this is SAT. And what am I mixing? I'm mixing how much water, okay, should be added to a 10% solution to get 8% solution. Right, again, first you have to figure out what are you mixing. You're mixing the water and 10% to get 8%, right? Okay. Now, next thing you have to do is go ahead and read the next part, right? So, first let's figure out this part. Okay. So you have to figure out how many percent alcohol or chemical is in the water. The answer is 0, right? Water does not have any alcohol in there. Okay. If you have alcohol in there, you're going to get drunk every morning when you brush your teeth, right? So remember, water is 0% alcohol. Okay. Some people will put 100%. Okay, so you got to think, okay? So 10% is 10, 8% is 8, right? So again, middle number always in the back. So again, water is 0% alcohol, okay? So amount, so let's go and, it says how much water, so you don't know, so that's what you're looking for. How much water should be added to 10% alcohol, 10% solution of alcohol to get 20 milliliters of 8%. So 20 milliliters of 8%, okay? And you also, how much of the 10%? So how much, I'm going to call this T for 10%. Okay? Again, you can use any variable. Okay? So now let's go and multiply down, right? So 0 times W is 0. Okay? It's not W, it's not 1. Okay? It's W. It's 0, right? 0 times W is 0. So this would be 10T, and over here is 160. So now you got two variables, you need to get two equations. And when you go across, that's your equation already. You add these two together to get that, right? So that's your W plus T equal to 20, right? You're adding these two together to get that. And over here, don't write 0, okay? You just, you add these two together to get that, right? So it'd be 10T equal to 160 already, okay? You don't need a 0, right? Now over here, you have only one variable, so you can solve this directly already. So don't try to waste your time. Try to use elimination method. You have only one variable, so you solve it already. So divide by 10, divide by 10, so T equal to 16 milliliters. Okay, and then you have to come back over here. You can substitute. So minus 16, so water equal to 4 milliliters. And that's it. Okay. So again, you got to know how to read and know how to put things in its proper box. Okay, so now let's go to example 6. Again, let's go and read. It says how many liters of pure alcohol must be added to 4 liters of a 10% solution of alcohol in order to obtain a 25% solution. So again, this is mixing different solutions together. So you can make a table. So again, this is liquid. How do you know it's liquid? Because percent. When you see the percent right away, that's liquid. Okay, so you got to use SAT. And again, what are you mixing? You're mixing pure alcohol, right? Pure alcohol with, so how many liters of pure alcohol must be added to 4 liters of 10% solution? Again, get your heading first before you fill in the blanks. Okay, in order to get a 25% solution. Okay. So again, I draw 2 lines over here, so that way, to help you to know that you're adding these two together to get these. Okay, so that's your mix. Okay, so now you're going to start to fill in the percent, right? So the strength of 10% is 10, strength of 25% is 25. Now you have to figure out the strength of the pure alcohol. Well, if it's pure alcohol, the strength would be 100%, right? It is pure, right? Pure alcohol is 100% alcohol. Okay, now let's go and figure out amount. It says how many liters, so you need to figure out this one. So pure, right? I'm going to use P. So how many liters of pure alcohol must be added to 4 liters of 10%. So 4 liters of 10%, and to get that. So that's all you have, right? So again, you're mixing this together. That means you're adding this together. So this would be P plus 4, right? Again, mixing means you're adding it together. So it's P plus 4. So you multiply. So this is 100P. This is be 40, and this would be 25P plus 100. Okay? So you have only one variable, so all you need is one equation, and your one equation is this over here. So 100P plus 40 equal to, equal to 25P plus 100. So now all you have to do is solve, right? So minus 25P on both sides. To move it to this side, you minus 40 on both sides to move the number to the other side, right? So you're going to get 75P equal to 60. Then you divide by 75, So P equal to 0.8, and the label is liters. Okay, and that's it. Okay. Okay, so let's go and do some practice.